I used to Old English 800.
Hell yeah!
Old English 800 because I am a little old. I don't know how much that costs now for like a 40, but back in the day you could get a 40 of that for like.
Right now it costs $2.19.
I think I paid
59
cents for that back in the day.
I used to pay 89 cents for it.
One thing you don't want to do though after a night of getting drunk on Old English 800.
What's that?
Is have to fly. That's bad times. That's
you
bad.
mean what? No, you
on an airplane.
You mean no? You mean being a pilot flying?
No. Just riding.
Okay, I'll make sure.
Riding on the airplane because you're like, where's that air sickness bag?
Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Sleepy Brown, man. Chilling with DEBOEVIBES out here, man. We have a good time. We smoking cigars. We doing it big out here, man. Y'all keep watching this show. Let's go.
You already know. My homie Sleepy Brown right here, boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Here come Debo. Who? Debo. Why you tripping, Debo? We got my 40, homie. Come on, Debo. Stop it now.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy DEBOEVIBES right here. And thank you so much for coming by DEBOEVIBES channel. The channel for 1990s hip-hop and R&B lifestyle foodies like you, me, and we. Where the food at, though? Where the food at, though? Where the food at, though?
Looks like we might be having a liquid lunch.
We might be having a liquid lunch for sure, because we have in the building the world famous, well, at least the Atlanta famous, YouTube sensation, the one, the only, fellow beer drinker, excuse me. I'm already drunk. Give it up for the one and only Brian, the beer snob in the building.
I am so happy to be here with you, Debo.
Yes, sir.
And I'm so glad that you've got this wonderful selection of beers here.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm glad that you enjoyed it because I was a little bit worried that some of these weird beers, you might not like them so much.
Here's the deal, y'all. I'm going to be upfront with y'all. This is our second show. We did the first show on his channel, and we were indulgent. So if my eyes look real big right now because I'm already drunk, halfway drunk, no, I'm not that drunk. Actually, a little bit. But Brian the Beer Snob has brought a selection of amazing beers for us to try out, y'all. You know what I mean? And we tried this one right here on his channel, the Pontoon Brewery Crushing Waves right here. So we tried this right here, y'all, on his channel. So please check it out. I'll let you know when it posts. But it's a delightful beer. Exceptional beer. But let me ask you, but now we're going to dive in these right here. And Brian, if you can, I want you to tell my audience, you know what I'm saying, like, what made you get a YouTube, and particularly what made you want to do a YouTube channel about beer?
It's all my wife's fault because she wanted to start a YouTube channel and she just kept not filming and not filming and not filming, and so I said, well, I'll just motivate her by I'll start a channel. About what?
Right.
Well, all I had was beer in the fridge, so that's what I'll do. I'll just review beers, and it was uncomfortable. It was horrible, but I like drinking beer, and now as a beer reviewer, I have a favorite beer that I hardly ever get to drink because I'm always trying something new on my channel, but you know, that's okay too, because let me tell you what a cheap date I am.
I got
you know. Okay, so you drink. I came over here. He had a Bush.
Oh yes, absolutely.
A regular, you know, the full strength Bush, not Bush Light.
Not light, no.
Now,
no.
if that's your beer,
right,
you could probably drink 6 of those,
in an hour,
10 of those, and be straight as an arrow.
Right.
However, if I gave you a beer that you're not used to drinking,
right,
which is any of these,
right,
at least for me, I feel the effects of it quicker. And you know, I don't know, it's like your body gets used to the alcohol, the way it's presented in a Bush, if that's what your go-to beer is. So now you get the alcohol presented in a different way, in a different beer. For me, I find myself, when I review a beer like this, I mean, I just drove over here, so I wasn't drinking while I was driving over here. I cracked this when we got here.
Right.
16-ounce beer. I'm not even through it yet, but I can tell you, I feel I can feel it.
I can feel it too.
I'm not like, you know.
This is mine right here, y'all. I can already feel it.
I'm not falling down, stumbling drunk, but I can feel it. And, you know, this is just a 6.3% beer, so it's not, it's like 1.5 of your Busch. But the thing is, it's different.
Right.
And if you know, like when I was in the Marine Corps, we didn't make a lot of money.
Okay.
If it was a non-payday weekend, we just wanted as much beer as we could get for as little money as possible. But had I known that if I had just spent a little bit more money on a higher ABV beer, I wouldn't need as many, and it would accomplish the same mission.
Right. Okay. Brian the Beer Snob, let me ask you a question right quick.
Yes, sir.
Do you ever have, like, we have some awful beer, man? Do you ever have like a stank face, like a beer face or anything, man?
I don't, because I regularly, I used to say I regularly eat rotten food. I used to before I got married. All right. So, yeah, the flavors don't. But I got to tell, the one beer that I poured out, I got chewed up in my comments because apparently the beer that I did not like, my first drain pour on my channel was a beer that apparently is phenomenal. And everybody says it's phenomenal.
Wow.
But I got a bad one. And the thing that bothered me about it was I reached out to the brewery and they never responded. If their product is so good and I got a bad one, I don't ask for free product. I don't review a product that's given to me for free by a brewery, because then they might be expecting a favorable review if I don't have a favorable impression of it.
Right.
But I'm scared to buy that beer again because it was so bad. I will drink some bad tasting beer. I will.
Word. Okay.
And for me to dump one out, it's a phenomenal event, because that just doesn't happen. I don't pour them out. They have to be an atrocious beer. And that one, it was fresh.
Right.
It wasn't even out of date. It was only like 2 months old, and it was horrible. Like I said, everybody ate me up in the comments. That's one of the greatest beers made. And I said, well, when I give my opinion on a beer, I'm giving the opinion of what I'm experiencing right now. I don't care if this has the best reputation in the world. If I'm tasting it and it's not the best, I'm not going to say it is just because that's the reputation of it.
Right.
I want to keep it honest.
Yeah, of course.
Is it a bad beer? Probably not. I got a bad one, and that can happen. You know, anything can happen. You know, I used to home brew myself, and if you're not meticulous about your sanitizing and stuff, you can get a little mold growing in there while it's fermenting, and it's going to totally ruin the whole batch. I don't know what happened with that one, but it was bad.
Wow.
And they had no interest in rectifying it with me, so you know what?
Let them go. Let them go.
So, a lot of people don't remember this, but do you remember? Okay, so Schlitz Malt Liquor Bowl.
Yeah, the Blue Bull, absolutely.
The Blue Bull.
Yeah, Blue Bull.
There was a Red Bull back in the day, and I'm not talking about the Red Bull of today, which
I remember that. Okay, so
a Red
basically, all right, you had Blue Bull Schlitz Malt Liquor, right? It was red, right? No, I'm sorry, it was blue. They had a red one that was like 8.5%. So it basically is more potent. You know what I mean? It was like, it's basically, it's equivalent to like having 211 gray can and then 211 black can.
Yeah.
The Blue Bull was, I know way too much about malt liquor, y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, y'all, 211 gray can, 211 black can, right now. So back in the day, Schlitz Blue Bull had a blue can, which is out right now, right? You can get it anytime. Then they had a Red Bull, which since they stopped, they discontinued. It was just too.
Yep. I actually reviewed a Schlitz Malt Liquor Bull, but it was just called the Bull.
Right.
It's a black can with gold. It's got a gold bull on it, and it just looks. It looks ritzy. You know what I mean? Because
you mean the gold can?
It's a black. Well, the one I had was black.
Okay.
With gold writing on it.
Okay.
Which to me, that just, I don't know, it just screams luxury for some reason. When I see black writing on a gold writing on a black anything, to me it's like, oh, this is not ordinary. This is something special.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever done a show about malt liquor?
I've reviewed malt liquors, but I never did a whole show about them.
Is that right?
But see, now you've inspired me. That's what I like, because in YouTube, you can think you've got a great angle on a great video, but it's up here, and then like him just saying that opened up an avenue that I never thought about doing.
Yeah,
So,
there you go. And then I want you to All right, the first one I want you to drink is a Natty Daddy.
I did. Let me tell you my Natty Daddy story.
Go ahead.
I filmed a video. I bought one. The big one, the 25 ounce.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro.
That.
Yeah.
I was filming the video. I was outside. I like to film outside. Take advantage of any quietness that's out there, which usually stops the minute you start that camera. The lawnmowers start up and everybody's out there with chainsaws and stuff. But I was filming and
wait a second. People out there with chainsaws.
Well, anything that makes noise.
Oh, okay.
It's going to start up. It's going to start as soon as you're out there for 10 minutes. Oh, it's peaceful. Let me just film an episode.
And the very thing you start.
As soon as you set up and hit on, it's like the noise just comes. But, I had my clicker, and I clicked it, and I was away from the camera. The sun's in my eyes and everything.
Right.
I couldn't see it, so I did the review. I drank the Nat Daddy, which is 8% alcohol.
Yeah, it is.
It's a banger.
Yeah.
I went to shut the camera off, and as I went to shut it off, what I was actually doing was turning the camera on. So the film that I got was me walking up to the camera and grabbing it, and I was like, no.
Oh, man.
And I have not, because I bought one. I always buy singles as a reviewer. That's what I do, is I buy singles. And so I have to revisit the Nat Daddy.
Right. See? You got to do it for my homeboy CJ. So CJ, excuse me, bro.
I did it actually for CJ because that's what he drinks.
You did it for CJ just for him? He is not that important. Anyway, though, yeah, CJ for CJ and Cerise. You know what I mean? So he drinks a Natty Daddy. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? One day I might do it. One day I might drink a Natty Daddy, man. You know what I'm saying?
And they're not that, like I say, the singles, a lot of people think they're probably so expensive because you're only buying one that they really are going to get you on the price.
Right.
But that's a 25-ounce beer, which is technically a little over 2 cans.
Let me show you something right
quick. We got some floaties in there?
Yeah, it's a good thing, though.
Oh, yeah, I love chunky beers.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Let me show you basically what this is right here. There's, like he said, floaties in there, which is basically a hint of what's in here, like the cherries and the pineapple. And this is what I love about doing something new. You know what I mean? I've never had this beer before, but it says right here, has a hint of cherries, actual cherry chunks, well, not chunks, and pineapples. And you can actually see it at the very bottom right here. I don't know if you guys can see it without me pouring this out. But that's a good thing, though, right? Some
people get turned off by unfiltered beers.
Okay.
Nothing that is in there is harmful to you.
Okay.
Nothing in there. I kind of like it. They give you something to look at. Like me, I'm a hard pork guy, which is that's a foreign concept to a lot of people. Is why would you do that?
Right.
But I learned it a long time ago, and I enjoy it. And you really get to see a lot of special things that, like, if you drink this out of the can, you don't know if there's any floaties in here. You don't know what color it is.
Right.
And that doesn't really matter. I mean, the first time I drink it, I want it to be out of a glass because I want to see everything.
Correct. Okay.
Now, if I'm going to hang out with you all day and we're just going to be drinking beers,
yeah, we're not going to pour it in a damn glass,
I don't need to
bro.
pour these in a glass.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just pop the top and drink because, okay, I've seen it before. I know what it looks like, this, that, and the other.
Right.
It's okay. But, for what it is, especially when the first time you're buying it, because some beers can be shocking in their appearance. Like, I've had watermelon beers, which, to me, I love watermelon. Watermelon's red. When I open a watermelon beer, I expect the beer to have a hint of redness to it. And I've had some that were and some that weren't.
Right.
So I'm like, where does the redness go? If they're,
Right, exactly.
But I do know, because I used to homebrew my own beers, if you put, like this, has the cherries and pineapple, if you put that in the beginning and then, the yeast are gobbling up all the natural sugars that are in those fruits,
right.
You can lose a lot of the flavor of those fruits unless you reintroduce those fruits halfway through the process. So that way it's going to retain some of those flavors. Because some of the beers, it could say it's got these fruits in it, you're drinking like, I'm not getting that.
Yeah, I'm not getting it, yeah.
Because, it's all been consumed. I mean, the yeast, they're mad. I don't want to demonetize his channel, but yeast are magical little creatures because they eat up sugar, all kinds of sugar. It doesn't matter. You can put table sugar.
You can say what you want. I'm not even monetizing. Even if I was, you can say what you want to say, bro.
You can put honey or fruits. Fruits have natural sugars in them, and yeast love to eat that. And when they do, they belch out the CO2, which carbonates the beer, and they piss out alcohol, which is a magical thing. They turn that sugar into the two things that make beer great, carbonated alcohol. I mean,
if I get pissed out alcohol, I'll be the happiest man in the world. It would save me a lot of money, actually. Man, see the knowledge that this man brings right here. See the knowledge this man brings right here. Yeah, so that's basically it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Brian the Beer Snob in the building right here, man. You know what I mean? So he has his own YouTube channel, Brian the Beer Snob on YouTube. You know what I mean? And if y'all want this knowledge about beer, knowledge about IPAs, knowledge about anything, this is where you want to be right here.
People get confused when they hear the name Brian the Beer Snob. They think, oh,
like you're high end, right? Yeah.
I drink the cheap stuff off camera just like everybody else does. You know, this is just. I like that I have the channel because I have to. It's like I'm forced to try all of these other things, especially things that I wouldn't normally try. And that's why a lot of people get in their comfort zone. They have their thing. Like, I don't know how long you've been drinking Busch, but maybe it's been 30 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And how many times do you venture off of that path? I mean, when you're out somewhere, do you say, you know what, I'm just not feeling the Busch today.
Very rarely.
I'm going to grab something else. And that's all it is, especially, like, not every day. His birthday's coming up. Hey, for your birthday, maybe you should just try something special. You know?
That's not a bad idea, man.
You know,
that's not a bad idea. Okay. All right. Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
Do you like Oktoberfest beers?
Yes.
Have you ever, okay.
The spicy,
it is the season. It is the season.
It's coming up.
I was just up in Total Wine the other day, and there's Oktoberfest beers all over. They got a lot of the Marzens. You know, they're brewed in March. They call them Marzens. There's Oktoberfest. There's Fest beers. Those taste like beer. So if you like beer flavor, but those beers are so tasty, and they're meant to be, you're going to drink them all day long because Oktoberfest is a celebration, you know, in Germany, but Americans, we like to celebrate any holiday that has to deal with drinking. St. Patrick's Day, we're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
I'll tell you something, real talk, St. Patrick's Day, yeah, I'm in. I'm all in.
I like it, and you know, Cinco de Mayo. To me, I celebrate that. I eat Mexican food. I drink Mexican beer, and I love it.
Absolutely.
Because lagers, like, you know, the Mexican lagers, I tend to like a little bit better than the American lagers. I like the ones that got like a little lime or a little lemon on the finish. Like, you don't really taste it so much in your mouth, but you swallow it, and then you get that little flavor in your mouth. It's nice. I know Busch. Buddy of mine, Dave's TV, he just reviewed the Busch Light Apple, which I heard, is it going away? I
never heard of it before.
I didn't, but he said it was pretty fantastic.
I mean, where can you get it from, I guess?
Well, I think he got it at like Publix or something down in Florida.
Busch Light Apple?
Busch Light Apple, yeah. The can is red.
Okay.
But, you know, it's worth giving it a try if you haven't tried it, because he liked it. I like it, but I'm not into light beers anymore.
Nor am I, no.
My physique is not. I don't drink beer to stay thin and in shape.
Right.
There's other things you can do to stay thin and in shape, and I don't do those either.
Gotcha.
That's why I look like this. But yeah, light beers. It's hard to find a good light beer that has a good flavor. I just don't want to drink fizzy water and then make 12 trips to the bathroom.
Absolutely, yeah, I got you.
Know?
Yeah, for sure.
I want to drink something that's more flavorful, that's more powerful, that I can sip on and stay engaged in the conversation without, oh, hold on, I got to go break the seal. And then once the seal's broke every 2 minutes, I'm going, because that's how it is when you drink 12 beers and you still don't have a buzz going because it's just 4% alcohol.
Exactly.
You know?
Absolutely. Well, Brian the Beer Snob, you have brought so much to the table. And again, y'all, please check him out. This is the second video we did. The first one's going to post it on his channel. Once he lets me know, I'll let y'all know. But until then, thank you so much for coming by, man.
Well,
and he brought gifts. He brought all kind of beer for me and everything. Your boy gonna be good.
If you drink those tonight, he'll be in bed early. I promise.
I'm gonna be in bed early then. How about that? All right, y'all. As always, we will vibe out soon. All right. It's your boy DEBOEVIBES right here with Brian the Beer Snob. Check him out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to enjoy some more. And y'all have an exceptional day. Respect, love, and peace. There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The neighborhood. The neighborhood.